Mm. Oh, oh, hey, archaeology. How you doing? I had the strangest dream about you last night. Well, we were there, both of us, and you were making the case, in fact, arguing for digging a tunnel through the Stonehenge landscape before it's finally been greenlit. Can you imagine? I mean, it's already been found unlawful once, that project. It's back in the courts now, and what? Oh, come on! How can you be pro tunnel as an archaeologist, like de facto pro tunnel, when you're not a civil engineer? You probably don't have the qualifications to understand traffic flow or tunnel engineering. I mean, maybe if you wanted to make the case that the tunnel going under the landscape will somehow restore the landscape. But then again, as far as we're concerned, for recorded history, there's been a a, a way of going through the landscape past Stonehenge. That road has, as far as we're concerned, almost always been there. So that's not really a sound argument either. And yet you're waving that flag, pro tunnel. Weird. I mean, as last I knew, wasn't best practice preservation in situ? You don't dig because it's destructive, unless you have to. Uh, we we keep Roman forts unexcavated for that reason because better techniques might come along in the future. But you really want to dig a tunnel through, essentially through a World Heritage Site landscape. Okay, um, interesting. Obviously, UNESCO aren't happy with that, but you are. I mean, don't no, no. I'm not anti-archaeology. No, I'm not. If the tunnel goes ahead, right? If it gets greenlit finally, if it's deemed to be fully legal and it's gonna happen, then yeah, definitely. I am pro professional archaeologists excavating at the uh, ahead of the destruction that's done by the tunnel engineering process, and essentially mitigating that destruction by preservation by record. Yeah, definitely. That's what archaeologists do. That's definitely what we do. But we don't argue for the destruction, do we? I mean, sure, yeah, okay, fine. It will be a good showcase of our professionalism, but wasn't HS2 meant to be that as well? Oh, and of course, yeah, there's that money as well. There's millions of pounds at stake, but maybe we shouldn't be relying on this sort of stuff to keep going as a profession, especially if it calls for us to actively lobby and essentially campaign to bore a hole through possibly the most famous archaeological landscape in the world, maybe second to the pyramids in Egypt. I don't know, just a thought. Um, do you want to lift to work? Okay, okay. I'll put the coffee on.